Wake up, it's Christmas Eve. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's the 24th of December. It's Christmas Eve. It's the morning. And there's actually a set of readings for the morning. It implies that there's a morning mass. And then there's the vigil masses for Christmas. So it's there too. Anyway, so I'm working on that morning mass reading. And it's from Luke chapter 1, verses 67 through 79. This is Zechariah continuing his praise of God that we talked about yesterday. And it's wonderful. We as religious, anybody who does actually a morning prayer would recite this Zechariah's prayer, canticle, as it's called, every morning as we say it. And it's blessed be the Lord, the God of Israel, blah, 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 blah. And so I've been praying this for years, since I was in seminary, so 96, even before seminary. And this prayer it's unique. It's a summary, really encapsulates really what Jesus is going to be all about, what salvation is all about. And I started paying attention to it sometime in my seminary career, pay attention to the words, pay attention to the theology behind it. And it's like, oh, and that's where some wheels started to get turning. And one of the things in here is, it's that line, it's towards the bottom of it. It says, he's talking about, Zechariah's talking to John, his son. He says, you, my child, shall be called the prophet Most High, for you go to the Lord to prepare his way, to give his people knowledge of salvation by the forgiveness of their sins. And it goes talks about the wonderful God, oneness of God. And for me, it's like, oh wait, salvation isn't about forgiveness of sins. Forgiveness of sins is part of the process. And so then I'm like, okay, what's salvation about? And really it comes to, for me, it's about knowing that God loves us. And that love will free us from a whole host of things, our egos most especially. But when we can grow in that love, then it frees us from the manipulation of others, frees us from manipulating others, it frees us from all the divisions that happen. And it goes on to talk a little bit about that way of peace. And for me, that was like, oh, okay. See, it's not about getting into heaven necessarily, but it is about how we live here on earth. And that's been, that really changed the way, and of course, most of you know, changed the way that I preach and act and try to be. I'm not worried so much about getting into heaven. I want to be able to live well with God in this world, to live well, safely, and at peace with people around me in this world. Still working on it. Still have my issues, but it's there. And so that's what Christ came, is to show us this, to show us the way, to live this way, to inaugurate this way. And forgiveness of sins, good. That reminds us that we are loved and that God loves us and God will forgive everything. So when we want it. So I think that's where I'm at on that. I don't want to go too long. So you guys have a great Christmas. Enjoy. Rejoice at the crowded masses, because that means people are coming, and that's wonderful. Rejoice and take your times driving around town. All the people shopping at Meadowood, like last night. Oh my God, the parking lot. So rejoice. Look for the good. Look for the beauty. See you at church. See you back here on the Morning Gospel next Monday. Bye-bye.